All is set for Manchester United to place a formal bid for Joshua Zirkzee as the tone has been set by the club. Meanwhile, conversations are getting serious about a left back and a new name is emerging, seems to be a serious one. My name is Webb. Like, share and subscribe to the United Sport. It's Manchester United Talk this, and I've got new updates coming from two credible transfer gurus. Now, one is from Fabrizio Romano, as you can see it right there on your screen. This is Fabrizio just about an hour ago saying that Manchester United have held talks with Joshua Zirkzee's agent to discuss contract terms, salary and commission. I told you this before him, probably I broke the news, I should say. Erik ten Hag spoke to Zirkzee on phone several times. Now, Erik ten Hag is in the habit of himself talking to these players, which is a good thing, especially with big clubs and bring in new signings. I'll tell you a little about it, but let's continue with this. United are discussing internally whether they want to proceed. The 40 million euro release clause, that's about 34 million pounds, is valid until August, like I've been telling you. Now, here's the thing. Erik ten Hag, you do recall when we were about to sign Rasmus Højlund in the last summer, Erik ten Hag spoke to him, and it was so important in convincing him to join the club. What I know about Erik ten Hag is when he gets involved, when he speaks to a player, usually the player won't refuse. I mean, I think in most cases when the manager is respected and they speak to a young player like this, it's sort of easy to convince them to come and to join the team and be involved in what's going on, because you're hearing it from the horse's mouth, and it's easier there for you to understand everything that the club is all about. But also you hear the tone of the manager, because I mean your career will depend on them. How does he value you? How does he rate you in the plan? So I think for me, it's a very important thing that Erik ten Hag is always getting involved, even if he's not the one who gets the transfers across. He has got to be involved in speaking to the players. That is why he was so insistent when they were telling him the new structure within yours. He insisted a lot on making sure that he has got a say when it comes to the transfers. So that's Erik ten Hag for you. So Joshua Zirkzee's bid is expected to be going in very soon. But there is also an interesting update about Ruud van Nistelrooy, that Ruud van Nistelrooy has traveled to England to sign a 2-year deal at Manchester United. And in recent months, of course, he spoke to Burnley and Club Brugge and several clubs in Germany and Spain for the manager position before he chose to join Manchester United. So someone was telling me to talk about Ruud van Nistelrooy. There's someone who dropped a comment in one of my last videos. So Van Nistelrooy is already on his way to the UK to sign a 2-year contract. So these new guys are going to be given the same period as the manager's contract. So it's only logical, I believe. So that's what's going on with Ruud van Nistelrooy and Joshua Zirkzee. Erik ten Hag spoke to him, expect a bid to be going in, and expect it to just trigger the buyout clause. Now, let's talk about this young boy called Anthony Robinson, who is Manchester United. He's a very interesting player. He's a Fulham player, a left back. That's the boy you're looking at right there on your screen. Anthony Robinson for you. He plays for the US of America, the United States of America, and he's actually currently playing for them in the Copa America. He has played all 3 matches and assisted once. He's a Fulham player. That's why we'll judge him most from. He's young, first of all. Young but ripe in football. He's 26. That's a bit of experience. Of course, someone will say, why are we talking about a player above 25? I think for me, experience has got to be there, a bit of it. We need some bit of balance when it comes to experience. But we're talking about this UK-born American footballer who has played for several clubs in England. He has played for the likes of Everton. He has played for the likes of, because Everton is where he started in the academy. Then he joined the senior team in 2015, played for Bolton Wanderers, Wigan Athletic, before joining Fulham since 2020, playing more than 130 games and assisting only twice, scoring only 2 goals. But one thing about his game is the power, his stamina. He's a fun player. He's also, if you recall the video I dropped about Kakis, I think Kakis is firm but doesn't give you much going forward. I think this boy gives you both a balance, a little bit like Miguel Guterres. I think him and Guterres, when it comes to the guys they're discussing, will be up ahead when it comes to the pecking order. I told you there were reports suggesting that United were almost advanced when it comes to Guterres, but Antonio Robinson is coming into the equation now, into the conversation, and He's a good. He has assisted 6 times in 37 games for Fulham. That's in the Premier League. That's I think a beautiful start if you think about it. I mean, six assists in 37 games in the 2023-2024 season. That's in the Premier League. I think for me that's a good sign. I mean, whereas he doesn't have goals, but 6 assists, so it shows you he's got a balance in terms of going forward. So this is the other player who Ben White told me has come up in conversations. I honestly had not really seen a lot of him, but when Ben White mentioned him, I had to do my more research about him and talk to people, my other people around Carrington, to actually try and understand which names they have on the list. So as it is now, the core names that are being mentioned when it comes to the left back are Antonio Robinson, Miguel Guterres, and Kakies, Milos Kakies. And so those are the 3 players. Most likely one of those will come, of course, unless something changes. But remember that Ineos's plan has always been to first have a list of about 3, then select from those. So this boy has emerged, and he could be actually a serious run because the fact that he has been playing in the Premier League, played under a good coach in Antonio Silva, played at Fulham. Fulham has had some good important players in there. You feel he's probably uh, more tested, if I would call it that. He's more tested, but also the fact that he goes forward, he has got a good pace, he can assist, he's got a good stamina defensively, he's good at overlapping runs. I think it gives a bit of a good balance when it comes to that. Now, his price, according to some sources, is that Fulham would be willing to let go of him for just around close to 40 million pounds, according to what we get. These are reports suggesting that it could be between 35, 40 million pounds. That could be the price of Anthony Robinson, who, by the way, even Man City have been monitoring. Even Man City have been linked with him. So even Liverpool as well have been linked with him. So he's a good player that Man United is coming now late to try and also join the party, include them on their radar. So let's wait and see how exactly it will go. But those are the players that I think we are almost set to go and have some progress for. Well, drop down in the comment section and let me know. Give me your opinion. Of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy, very soon. I told you the week that starts tomorrow is going to be a busy one. Van Nistelrooy, of course, most likely will be confirmed. Rennie Haki could be confirmed. I told you there will be a meeting to decide the future of Sofiane Amrabat. Most likely he's staying. So it's going to be a busy week. We should see our first signing. Joshua Zirkzee, the bid will be placed in, I believe, very soon. Mathis Delete, again, I expect something, progress on that. So it's going to be business unusual in that week starting tomorrow. Better subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you are the first to get the news when I update you here on the United Road Sport. My name is Webb. Bless you, fam.